Okay, video number 2 of the trailer Reno. So before I take this piece to the dump, this was the countertop under the countertop this is where the stove would have been on top of the thing, and this is where the sink would have been on top of the fold out, the flip over. But this is why I'm going to rip it all out. You can see the water damage all the way through there and all the way through there. I mean, that's how ugly that piece is, and you can see how the wood expanded and the mold has shown up. So I wanted to replace that from the beginning, and this is why we ripped out the sink and stove in the first place, because we've gone camping forever and we would always have our sink set up there and our stove set up there, so it wasn't in the trailer. It always bothered me when it's in the trailer. But this is end of day 1 renos. So we ripped out the bench, the entire thing over there. All the wiring is still here because I have to rewire it to a new fuse box, which is fine. And we brought up our new fridge. This is a fridge that we've had in the basement forever. It's a little fridge that we use for small things and whatever. It's bigger on the inside than the old fridge, and yet it's smaller on the outside because it doesn't have all the three-way stuff. It doesn't have the propane, the 12 volt and the 120 volt. It's just a regular 120 volt mini fridge, and so it's actually lower than the old one. It can come up a few inches, and I think it's gonna work better. It's bigger on the inside to hold stuff. So we were just fitting it there. That, of course, that propane line, this one went to the old fridge. It'll come out. I'll try to cap that nicely. This is the propane line for the heater, which we are going to keep. This is the propane line for the original fridge, and as you can see, I already capped it. Not the best cap in the world, but we'll just get that removed. I'll ask my Uncle Ted to come over here and cap these things nicely and securely so they don't leak anymore. Well, they don't leak at all. But we're gonna keep the propane, we're gonna keep the furnace. So the furnace I removed nicely. This is the heater for the trailer. It's there's a little, for crying out loud, thermostat. And this is the heater, the front faceplate's over there. So we removed it. This is the vent from the outside, the air intake from the outside. So we're gonna put that back in, again, beside the fridge where it used to be. So basically it's gonna be exactly the same setup. We're gonna have the void, which we're gonna do something with. We're gonna have the fridge, we're gonna have the heater, we're gonna have the space underneath with nothing. And then the bench over here, exactly where it used to be. So that's the plan. But the first plan is, tomorrow maybe, we're gonna put a new floor in. We're gonna take everything back out, the fridge and everything. We're gonna put a new floor in. We are debating whether or not we will remove that bench there, that guy here, and what I'm sitting on here, to put the floor through the whole thing. So I don't have to worry about cutting it nicely to the actual bench, the benches that remain. Of course, the fridge is gonna go out. I'm debating, I'll have to see. And then we will possibly just put the thing away for the winter, put everything back in here for storage, all our camp stuff, and then we will bring it back out in the spring and finish the cabinet. We are probably still gonna have the fold over, but of course it won't have a stove or a sink in it, but it's gonna have the drawers, the shelves in it, so we can leave stuff in it. And then the idea for this guy is, because for the last year and a half, everything in there stays in there. That's, I mean, the toaster comes out, but that's basically, we used to keep our clothes in there. But now we keep our clothes from the hanging baskets up there. We hang a basket there and we hang a basket there for our clothes. So a lot of that stuff is unnecessary. A lot of that stuff has just been sitting there and not touched for the last 3 or 4 times camping. So we wanted to make like a day couch over there. So we might just take out 2 shelves and put them over in this side on the fold over, and move that down and put a cushion on top. And then even Sandy came up with an idea today, have it be able to fold out into a bed for, again, extra sleeping. We'll see. That's a good idea. I want to get rid of the void there because that's a waste of space, and I have a problem right now with that. This whole piece is like loose there. So there are ideas that we might replace or rebuild that on that side even. I like the idea, and we're gonna repaint everything. We're gonna paint it. Sandy's got color choices, and I'm, again, colorblind and a guy, so I don't care as long as it looks nicer and not like this. So we're gonna sew new drapes this winter and new balances this winter and new skirting this winter. So that's my winter project with the sewing machine. We got all the drapes over there all piled up. We're going to take inside and make new ones. I don't think I'll recover the cushions. I don't know that, but I'm going to redo all the drapes over the winter. Sew those up. So all the drapes and the valance is off this thing. And overall, besides that, I would classify it as massive water damage in the corner, and I didn't realize how bad it was. This trailer is solid, and we're happy with it. And when we take all this stuff out, we're amazed how much space is in here. Like it's like maybe we just leave everything out. No, we're not going to do that. But there's a lot of space in here, in this 10-foot trailer, and we just want to reorganize it. Make what we're probably going to do in this void. Sandy just came up with the idea. Is we're going to have the top, obviously, so it folds back up and has the 2 shelves there that pull out, the 2 drawers. But we're going to leave this triangle basically open from the front. We're going to put shelves in there, and so we can store stuff, because right now it's a void that nothing gets stored inside there. I mean, all that electrical stuff is not there, right? That's removed over here. That's all that stuff gone. So we hide the electrical wires behind. All the plumbing, all the water stuff, the intake and outtake, gone. The all that's gone. So I ripped off all that so that we can cover that over. Not even, well, we don't have to worry about it because it's going to be behind the bench, but that's all done. These are 2 holes are for the venting for the furnace, the air intake and the vent out. And that's for the big electrical cord, which again will still stay exactly where it is. But those holes are gone. We don't need anything there. That was for the water coming in and out. And that was for the pump in and out. So I'm not worried about any of that now. Those are gone. So all the water has been removed from this trailer and all the water utilities, and that's going to clean up this mess of wiring. So I know this was for the pump and everything. I mean, I haven't cut it out yet, so that's gone. The fridge, the 12-volt line to the fridge is gone. So a lot of these wires are going to be gone. So we're basically talking 12-volt wires. We got the 12-volt lights up there. I think really that's about it for now. We have this guy, the I think the CO detector, which we have to keep because again we still have a gas furnace in here. So we're definitely going to keep this guy for safety. And I think he's on the 12-volt system, so we have to keep him. But the most of this mess of wiring is going to go. This is all the 12-volt stuff. It's going to go. So it's going to be down to the lights and that CO detector. And then of course the ground for the 120. So the 120 wires, you got a plug there. We had there's a plug right there, and there's a plug over there for 120, and the fridge is going to be a 120. It's got a plug behind it. So that's 4 plugs. There's a plug on top for the fridge. I might replace all the plugs with real household wiring plugs. Not that one because that's going to be a fridge, but the rest of them are going to have the USB connector on it, because basically we do a lot of charging, and so every one of these plugs in the trailer usually has a USB plug-in so we can charge our devices. So I'm just going to replace those plugs with plugs with USB built into it. So I'm going to rewire this as well. I'm going to reuse the existing wiring. I don't want to waste too much money buying wiring because the wiring's already there, but the plugs are going to be replaced, and possibly even the boxes that the plugs are in. I'll have to see, because this is bad. Okay, so I have to fix that. So that's for another day. Today I'm happy this whole thing came out very, very easily. Ripped the whole thing out, cleaned it up a bit. Sandy did some cleaning up with me. You can see the original line here, where the wall was, the cupboard ended, and so we're just going to build up from there. I'm going to leave a spot for the heater right there, the fridge right there. This is going to be an open shelf system here, probably to here, like cap it there. I was planning on, originally there was a step here, and you can see the little holes there that the step went into, so the kids could jump up onto that bed. I always thought it was a little chintzy, and it was basically if you stepped on it, you would break it. I might redo the step and make it into like a with a hinge on it, so you can actually store stuff in there, like bocce ball, whatever. But have it go a little higher to reinforce the back, and like come up to here, and then go back. So it's an actual real step instead of that little 4-inch step. It would seem to be a waste of time. But make the step itself openable at the top of the step, so you can store stuff inside. So that's a plan. I'll keep you posted. To keep this plug here, because we like the plug here, it'll probably be right against here like that. And then the shelf will be from there to here, to the edge of the fridge. That'll be nice. The fridge goes to here, and then I'll measure all out. I'll measure this thing, because this thing needs some clearance on it, because it has, it's a heater. So we'll make sure it has all the proper clearances like it used to. But we'll get rid of this pipe. We'll get rid of this pipe. We'll get rid of a lot of electrical from the 12 volts that are no longer necessary. I will probably order that 120/12 volt converter from Amazon and put that in here, right basically where it used to be, right there. And then again have the separation, but a proper one for storage area, and then still at the back for storing the actual electrical cord that we plug into sites with. Other than that, we're gonna put new floor in tomorrow, maybe. And if we do, I will show you a video then. So everybody take care. I'm happy I get to work with this kind of stuff. I like doing this kind of stuff. I'm excited. That's a bit of a mess there. I don't know what to do with that because the screws are coming in from the outside. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. That's gonna be hidden by the countertop anyway. So there are plans. We're gonna do some research tonight as to exactly what we wanna do. I'm gonna move that out of the way because we like looking at pictures of us and our nephew and niece. Yeah, so we'll end the video with that. Everybody stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you later.